get this going.
I just got a message. Game time.
Okay. Yeah, I sent that about, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago. You can.
Yeah, sorry.
That thing works great.
I got the message like 1 minute before I logged in, which was like 5 minutes early or something. 3 minutes early.
Well, I quite often turn off my internet when I walk away from my laptop.
So, alright. So this campaign starts about a year after the last campaign. So a year went by, and this guy that bought the town actually made sure to put a lot of money into the town and managed to get a lot of people to move. So the town went from, I don't know, let's say having possibly 10 to 15 people living there to now having possibly 300 people living there. You know, there are many.
Question.
Yeah.
If it's been a year, what year is it exactly? It's 1920 what?
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and say that it's 1923 by now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And ultimately, the town has gotten a little, not bigger, but busier, to put it somehow. There's a lot more houses, not necessarily more spread out, but more houses altogether. The main road that had previously the police station, the library, the diner, now also has a bunch of stores. It has a gun shop, and a bunch of other things. You know, there's a potion store with an Indian guy that sells different things. Town got busier. Ultimately, Castleberger actually opened one of his restaurants over there and managed to strike a deal with the new owner of the house, of the farm, because unfortunately, after the last incidents, Mr. O'Leary, Tommy O'Leary, he actually disappeared. So ultimately, the farm was repossessed by the city, and considering that, you know, the main guy owned the town, ultimately he ended up buying it. And what he did is he actually made the farm city grounds. So now the farm belongs to the city, and a bunch of people just work over there. And the farm is being used to provide the town with food, and ultimately they sell it to the stores and whatnot. But Castleberger managed to strike a deal with the town in order to be able to get the meat for his burgers, potatoes, or whatever else he uses, and also to be able,
sawdust from the
to be able to get sawdust too, and anything else ultimately that he's gonna need. He gets it also from the farm. So, the restaurant seems to be doing fairly well. There seems to be more and more clients. Tourism is an all-time high, actually. There's, I don't know, I want to say every month about between 15 to 30 new people going to the town to visit. And out of those people, maybe 2 to 5 people end up moving into the town. So, things are looking up. Any questions?
Nice.
Any questions?
Don't think of any.
No? Okay. Alright. So, the rest of the investigators that obviously are not necessarily working for Castleberger, I'm going to assume that they went back to Arkham to move on with their lives and continue working on whatever they were working back in Arkham. As I mentioned, Tommy O'Leary has disappeared. Nobody has heard from him since the last time that he was saying about a year ago. And ultimately, everybody kind of forgotten about him because the town has been relatively easygoing, like no issues or anything weird has happened. The sheriff, by the way, is not the sheriff anymore. He was forced to retire, and now there's a new sheriff, and there's about 12 deputies working for that sheriff. Most of them out-of-towners that moved over there. So, ultimately, we're going to go ahead. Are any of you having family members? Do any of you have children? Any of your characters?
Nope.
Alas, my family members have retired long ago.
A few bastards running around there, but
Okay.
Visionless fools had no understanding nor appreciation of my genius.
Well, things happen. So, ultimately, today is like a typical new day. A typical day. You're working at your restaurant. You got people coming in. Ultimately, you guys are at the restaurant sitting there eating, I guess, after attending the restaurant for whatever business you were attending, whether it is to make sure that Castleberger pays back his debt.
Of, like, paper rustling. Loud paper rustling sounds.
Yeah, whether
shuffling things around near the mic.
right, making sure that he pays back his debt to the mafia, or for insurance purposes or anything else. And so there's a lot more people there too, and the sheriff is there eating. The new sheriff too. The new sheriff actually still stands up and says, "Castleberger, these burgers are really, really good."
You're not complaining at all about the seagulls?
What seagulls?
The Castle Burgers is staffed entirely by seagulls.
Hey, that's totally fine. I mean, this works. This just works.
Every now and then, in the field of human endeavor, not very often, perhaps only once in a generation, but there comes a time when there are new modalities, new ways of thinking and being, and this is one such time, my comrades. We have the technology, we have the means to allow seagulls to boss tables.
And the sheriff says, "What can I say? You definitely are an innovator, Castleberger. You are an innovator. You definitely have that genius spark that not everybody else does. And I would like to congratulate you and compare you, if anything, to anybody that has that kind of mind.
Great geniuses of our time.
You should run for president."
And this is why the only successful part is the drug smuggling.
I have often thought about attempting to throw my hat into the ring of politics, as it were, but I fear that my true calling lies in the restaurant industry.
Very well. And at that moment, one of the deputies walk in and says, Sheriff, there is a major issue right now." He says, "What's going on? I mean, what happened? There's 12 of you. You guys cannot take care of whatever's going on? I mean, in my lunch?" "Well, Sheriff, this is of the utmost importance. unfortunately, you know how the school had the field trip today to the old O'Leary's farm. Yeah. Well, turns out that all the kids are missing. The sheriff's like, what? There were at least 12 children there. Yes, we know. And they're all missing. We don't know where they're at. They were on the farm. They were with the teachers. The teachers are, based on what they're saying, completely perplexed because they were there and they just don't understand where the children went. They were playing with animals and all that, and they were setting everything up to eat lunch because the farm was going to provide them with the food and meals. And then when they went back to get them, the children were just not there. It's like, all right, let's get going to the farm. So the sheriff leaves.
Who's currently in the restaurant other than
Somebody's getting a
myself
voicemail
cooking?
or a message.
Really bad mic feedback from somebody.
Yeah.
Is that me?
I don't know.
I think it might be Jake, maybe. I'm not sure.
Nah, my setup's on point.
Might
But-
have been Nunky then.
Anyway, what would you guys like to do?
Who's in the restaurant currently?
Yeah, you were sitting down eating at the restaurant along with Jake's
all-
character and let's see what his character is. Our new guys.
My characters, I should still be Edward Allen.
I guess Rev. That character is also there. He's an author. I guess we can say that he was over there to write an article of such a successful endeavors due to the Castleberger restaurant business.
To be clear, the burgers probably are really terrible because like they're like the restaurant is staffed entirely by seagulls. So like they're
Right.
Tommy's Bachelors.
Hey, nobody has
Well,
complained
well,
yet.
except for the cook. But like there's seagull shit everywhere. There are seagulls all over the place inside of the restaurant. People probably get attacked by seagulls quite a bit.
Well, but you know, it's the 1920s. Anything goes, really.
Like, the only reason the restaurant is in business is because of the drug smuggling. Like, my
And
God,
Tommy's
it's very,
specialist
very
actual
insane.
Wait, are you
Tommy-
talking about my character or no?
Okay.
Hold on, what?
Oh, I just filled out Red Kowalski character.
Yeah, is that the name you want to keep, or do you want to change
Yeah,
it?
sure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna jump in.
All right, that's fine. So I guess you will be there too at the moment. Just attempting to eat between the all the verse shit and the sawdust burgers and anything else you can think of.
Tommy's gonna.
I assume the
Mr.
sheriff is
Spatula.
being paid quite a bit to look the other way about this
Yeah,
business.
he is. Trust me. Mr. Spatula's gonna walk over to Edward Bow and go, "Kids going missing. Do you think that's what good old Fists told me about before moving here?"
Yes, I think so.
I thought you did that whole oogie boogie shit and made it disappear.
I made all these awful things disappear, but Castleberger wasn't a monster.
Hey, don't you talk about my business partner like that. Anyway, since people don't exactly know what's happening, except maybe this reverend currently listening to us. I can see you, by the way.
Wait, are you actually a reverend, or is your first name just Rev?
I didn't think of that. What job is your character? Mr. Fallout? GG?
Oh, he's muted.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What job does your character have?
A writer.
Oh, he's a writer. Other than this writer currently listening to us, I'm sure looking for a story. Do you think we should go check it out?
I have no idea. I just came to eat. But looking at this place, maybe just a drink?
How very dare you, sir! This is the very finest of dining establishments.
Godfrey, do you want us to pull out our money?
Mr. Spatula, now let's not be rash. This is only the beginning of what shall surely be a long and fruitful business relationship. Soon there shall be a castle burger on every street corner of every town in every nation of the world.
At least nobody comes here, so it's easy to bring the goods in. Anyway, yeah, should we go check this out, because missing kids could bring a lot of cops around, and we don't really want to deal with that.
I've dealt with them
what?
before.
What did you want to check out?
Sterling reputation of my establishment is being besmirched by foul lies and slanders spread by those visionless Popinjay restaurateurs who dare to call me mad.
Why the hell did Smiles
Because I
put
dare
me
to
with
dream! To dream of a new kind of business establishment, the likes of which the world has never seen before.
Godfrey, go to the car.
Yes.
All right, so
Mr. Bow, you go with him, and this writer, since you're listening in, you get in the fucking car as well.
Okay.
all right, so where are you guys gonna go?
That was easy.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I guess to the farm, because that's where the kids went missing.
Okay. All right, so you guys get in the car.
We have no time to worry about mere stray cats. We have a business establishment to run, a reputation
I keep
to
telling you,
rebuild.
Godfrey, if the cops come poking around our supplier, they might come poking around our business. And we do not want the cops around our business.
Bah! I rue the
Now,
day
Mr.
that I was
Godfrey.
forced to climb into bed with such disreputable partners, but I suppose I have no choice. The price of realizing my dreams is to aid you in searching for these orphan children, and so be it.
I am gonna kill Fists and Smiles for setting me up with this gig.
All right, so
Smiles dead.
all right, so you guys
No,
are
different universe, isn't it?
you guys get in the car and ultimately head towards the farm. The farm by now is like completely swarmed with police. Completely swarmed, about 12 police officers, mainly. And, they're just looking everywhere, every nook and cranny. All staff that works at the farm, is just standing still over there. They're all being interrogated. They're being asked as to if they saw anything. No one saw what happened. Ultimately, the kids just completely vanished, and it didn't take that long. It was from, in a matter of 3 minutes. So the sheriff sees you coming, and the sheriff says, Castleberger and company, what are you guys doing here?
Wait, we're not in the car already?
You already arrived.
We already arrived.
We're here to help with the investigation. We would feel awful if these kids went missing on our main supply of meats and such for the business. And, I think a little extra help by some, reputable people like us would be a fine thing to have, wouldn't it now?
It never be said that the Castleburger industry that Castleburger is not a pillar of every community in which it finds itself.
I'm going to
We are
use
no
my
mere restaurant.
charm on the sheriff to try and convince him to help, to let us help.
All right. So the sheriff says, wait, hold on. What do you mean reputable people? Are you saying that us police officers are not reputable enough or fit enough to actually conduct our business here?
Of course you're reputable, but everybody knows that only good men can stop evil from happening, and that is you guys and of course us here. We just want to help you find gentlemen in this search for the kids. There is nothing more important than the kids about.
I see.
Fucking hell. I got a non-tape.
I see. Well,
Things
if
happen.
that's the case, then that's okay. But ultimately, we will only allow you to search a perimeter due to the fact that this is ultimately a crime scene, and we have to finish investigating the main area where supposedly the children were. But everywhere else, you're more than welcome to look and see what you can find.
That is absolutely fine as long as we can be help to you wonderful people.
Yep, that's totally fine. And he tells you, okay, so you guys just walk around the perimeter and let us know if you find anything.
Mr. Bow, do you remember where you last saw these oogity boogities?
Well, the teachers have
Yes, they
said
were
that
over there.
the teacher said that the kids were
I was talking to Mr. Bow.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, it was over in that direction.
Alright, lead the way.
And that would have been the area where the children were playing with the goats.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys get to the area where the children were playing with the little goats. You see some baby goats over there just playing around. Some, not baby, but, like little goats. They're not fully developed yet. And you see that there's like footprints of kids, but the footprints are not really getting you anywhere because they're inside of the area where the goats are. Everybody go ahead and roll some spot hidden.
Dang.
Wait, I'm sorry, how do I roll?
You can roll.
Click on the word spot hidden.
Yeah.
Hard success.
Wait, do I roll in...
In the sheet. The character sheet. You
Make
will.
sure edit mode is turned off.
Okay, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm on character sheet and...
Yeah.
Is it on the bottom, or where is it?
Yeah,
Open. It's
gray
alphabetized. It's alphabetized, so it should be in the middle towards the bottom area.
Languages, additional...
Middle column. Center.
Oh, I'm sorry, what is it again?
Spot hidden.
Yeah.
Spot hidden.
Okay. Got it.
There you go. All right. So, Tommy,
Emerald.
you all of a sudden you turn your head around, to kind of look at the horizon just to see if you see anything, and you spot a black hooded figure. I want to say about 500 yards away. It's actually standing in the front of the corn maze, where the corn maze begins. And
Exactly for people that pass.
and you notice that
just
there is a little girl, blonde little girl, with the hooded guy, and you see how the hooded guy gets the little girl inside of his robe, and he just walks inside of the corn maze, and they kind of disappear into the corn maze.
I'm gonna shout, "Hey, bring her back!" and start heading over and say, "Oi, guys, the freak's over there."
All right.
I stand back. I'm not. I'm not following you. I'm just like staying on my.
Okay.
I
Hey.
will.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
come on, you! Don't be a pansy. It's a little kid in trouble. Come on. And I will use my charm on him. If I can. Where's my charm?
All
I
right.
think
So
it's
those of you
persuade,
that do
actually.
go, when you get to the corn maze, you see that the corn maze is actually fairly thick and big and pretty tall. So once you try looking, you realize that you really can't see anything through it. You can see, through the lines that the corn maze creates. However, due to the leaves and other things, it's really, really hard for you to be able to figure it out exactly if there's anything or not. Go ahead and roll. Listen. Everybody that is there, of course.
Yay!
Nice.
All right. So, all of you just
For the life
hear
of me,
some.
Imagine what we're doing in this place when Castleberger needs its manager.
All of you hear
I'm
children
gonna do a
laughter.
very important role when Godfrey starts talking.
All of you hear some children laughter.
Well, that ain't ominous, is it?
In different directions too, not necessarily in just one direction. There seems to be children laughing, like one, to the front, one to your right, one to your left, towards your back, many different directions. And you also hear running, as if the children seem to be running too.
You know what? This would make a really good book idea. We could call it something like Young Kids of the Maze.
That could be. Could be.
Boys of the crops, perhaps.
Yes. Crops.
So,
The crops.
at that point, if you get silence, and from that point on, you don't hear anything else.
Well, this isn't at all airy, is it?
Go ahead and roll a 1d3.
Oh, God, can I do this?
So to do this, you type
No, only one of you.
/R.
Only one of you.
Oh,
Only one.
No, only one.
Thank you. All right. So after searching for an hour, you find in the middle of a corn maze an area with a circle. There seems to be a black flame that has been burning, and the moment you get there, the flame kind of goes out. All the children seem to be dead on the ground.
I thought were we only supposed to search the perimeter? Are we even allowed to be in?
yeah.
Well, the perimeter is the corn maze.
Technically, the
You're fine.
perimeter.
Oh, okay.
So ultimately, you find all the children dead on the ground. Something that was burning with a black flame, like a pedestal with some rocks. And you notice that. Go ahead and roll spot hidden, everybody, again.
I'm rolling good today, guys.
Well, yeah, but remember, later on you're going to have to roll too. All right, so you look up and you notice how the sky, right now, let's say that is about high noon, maybe 1 o'clock, and you notice how the sky is quickly becoming darker and darker. Everything just seems to be covered by some clouds to the point that the sky becomes completely black. The sun just doesn't seem to be able to penetrate anymore through the clouds, and when you look, you can now find one open spot in where any kind of sun rays or sunlight can go through. At that moment, lights turn on, and over there in the middle of the maze, you just can't see anything. But at the distance, you notice that the lights from the house farm, you can clearly see them. What are you guys gonna do?
I yell to them. I'm like, guys, come on, get out of there. Let's drive away. This is not good. Whatever's happening.
Well, then it's settled. These poor unfortunates are beyond our help. Now let us depart from this field and return to where we can do some good. Castleberger.
We should at least tell the cops where they are. We found the kids, like.
All right.
So before we drive off, at least let's go tell the cops that we found them.
Okay.
All right. So
And
you guys start
should
hitting
check
back.
out the house.
You guys start hitting back, and the cops are just still looking around, talking among themselves, and you see them just standing over there, like very concerned. The fact that they're not able to find much.
Walk up to the sheriff and go, we found the kids. They're in the middle of the corn maze, but you might want a few doctors to go with you. It's not a happy ending, let's put it that way.
It's like,
I'm
what
afraid
happened?
We'll have to summon the coroner.
I forgot I could have checked. I could have checked the bodies.
We could have, yeah. We're not sure what happened to them. As you can see, other than Mr. Bow here, none of us are particularly specialized in that sort of field.
Well, the cop says, well, the sheriff says, wait, so you're saying that all the children are dead?
Unfortunately, it does seem that way.
What happened? How did it happen?
We don't know. I just told you that.
Yeah, how is supposed to know? We're not doctors, you're the cops. You're supposed to have found it before us to begin with. How come we can find it and you've been searching and you cannot find it?
Well, can you show us where did this happen?
In the center of the corn maze.
I'm afraid we must depart. We've been away from our
Wait,
business
wait,
for
you
far
cannot-
too long already.
Castleberger, you cannot go anywhere until we go and investigate over there. You are witness to many murders right now, and for all we know, you are you can be linked to this. Until we go, we check it out, we make sure that you guys had nothing to do with it.
We were
Then
summoned
you'll be
here
able to
help
leave.
Search for the children after they had already disappeared. I have been at Castleberger all day. There's an entire room full of witnesses who can attest to that fact.
Then that is fantastic. But I just don't know if the children died from the point that you got here. So please stand by until we can clear you out, and then you can leave.
Very
What
dare
does
you,
the
sir?
sheriff look like? Can you tell us that? What does the sheriff look like?
Just sit tight, and you'll be able to leave once we can clear you out. I'm sure that if the children died a long time ago, we'll be able to prove that, and you'll be able to go.
A restaurant without a manager is like a ship without a captain.
Oh wow, that's some terrible feedback.
Whoa.
He says, well, that is the best we can do right now. If you want, we can take you to the station and we can have this conversation at the station.
What does the sheriff look like?
Sheriff is a tall white man. He's got an army haircut. He doesn't have any facial hair with the exception of his eyebrows, of course. He always carries himself very professionally and very strictly.
Yeah.
He is
No
clean
elections.
shaved. He's clean shaved. His outfit, his police officer outfit is very clean. You see that this is a guy that he seems to take his job very seriously. He seems to be also very straight and very stern with his deputies, to the point that the deputies, when they talk to him, they seem to respect him a lot. And he strikes you as somebody that doesn't necessarily play any games.
What's his age approximately?
I would say that he's on his late 40s, early 50s. He's definitely a retired army, though.
Can I ask him if he's ever encountered anything like this before?
I honestly don't know exactly what happens. What happened. He tells you. We're gonna go look into that, and I guess if we have any questions, we can continue having a conversation about this. But then again, I have never heard of children dying in the middle of a corn maze. So he says, "Please sit tight," and he just starts walking, and he tells 3 deputies, he says, "You guys stay here, make sure that they don't go anywhere until we get back." And he starts walking with the rest of the deputies. So ultimately, you see him walking, and you see him entering the corn maze. And actually, I want you to roll, Evan. Roll a 1d2.
You'll get it one day. You'll get it one day,
All right.
Jake.
So the sheriff walks out, and you see that he's carrying a knife. The knife is completely covered in blood. His clothes seem to be broken now, like broken pieces. He seems to be having some wounds. He's bleeding, and he obviously, when he's walking back to you, he seems not to be able to walk straight. He's pretty hurt. He comes back and he says, "I got him. I killed them all. I had to do it."
Who's talking?
This is the
The
sheriff?
sheriff.
Okay, wait, so there's a chief of police and a sheriff?
No. The chief of police is the sheriff. The sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Sheriff just comes back.
Same
with-
sheriff from last time.
No, that guy, the guy from the previous campaign, he got fired. He got let go.
Oh,
He's not there anymore.
okay.
He got
Letting prisoners out and ordering them to murder his deputies.
he was forced to retire.
Okay.
So ultimately, this guy comes back, not able to walk straight, hurt everywhere. He has bullet wounds He has knife wounds. He's bleeding left and right. But he says, I got him. I was able to fight these beasts. We are all safe now.
Who did you get?
I killed the hooded man.
Right, so you killed a hooded man.
Men. Plural.
Man.
I killed all of them in there.
Can I use my psychologist skill to try and find out and to tell if he's lying or if he's
Yeah, you can go and roll it.
Okay, I'll roll it.
I'm guessing he's probably telling the truth, and he probably just killed all of the other cops that went in there with him.
Yep, you can tell that he's definitely telling the truth. He's like, I just killed all of them. I don't know how they got there and how they got so close to me without realizing it. But as I was investigating, I managed to touch this strange black flame, and then when I turned around, I saw them all standing over there, and I just found the knife over there on the floor, and I jumped on one of them, asking them to tell me the location of where the children were, and they just wouldn't talk. So eventually, it attacked me. And I had to defend myself, and I just stabbed them in the neck. And then the rest of them came to try to hold me down, and I just killed all of them.
Here's your gun. Why did you have to resort to a knife?
Hold on, what?
Why didn't you use your gun, Sheriff? Don't you have a gun?
Because at that moment I was just too busy fighting, close combat. So I couldn't use my gun at that time. But I got shot. I guess those black hooded people do have weapons, as they managed to shot me on the arm and on the leg. I need medical attention. Where are all my deputies right now? You three! Find the rest of the deputies. Actually, you two. One of you go get an ambulance or something over here, and both of you go find the rest of the deputies. I need them here right now. We need to find out exactly what's going on. Where'd they go?
Okay,
And they say, yes, yes, sheriff. And they just run back towards the field to look for the deputies. The sheriff looks at you guys and he says, by the way, you guys are free to go. I did find the bad guys, so I know that you guys have nothing to do with any of that transpired.
Good to know. Next, Edwards used medicine on the doctor and succeeded. Hard success. Medicine on the sheriff.
Okay, so
I don't even think
the sheriff gets a little patched, patch on the leg and on the arm, whatever, and he's doing a little bit better now. And at that moment, you see
They'll take him to the doctor.
at that moment, you see the deputies. The deputies come out and say, Sheriff! Sheriff! Get your hands up! You're under arrest, Sheriff! We cannot let this one slide. I'm sorry, but you just butchered every single deputy in there. And the sheriff just says, what? That is impossible. I fought the black hooded man that hurt those children. And they point their guns at the sheriff and they say, Sheriff, if you resist, we're going to shoot you. Please don't do this. Put your hands behind your back. Let us take you to the station. Let us help you. Obviously, you're not well. And at that point, the sheriff just closes his eyes, gets his head down, and grabs his head. And when he opens his eyes, He's like, you. But I took care of you two. You're back. And then he looks at you guys and says, so there's more of you now, huh? Well, you know what? You will not take me down. I will fight for those children. I will kill you all if I have to, but you will tell me what you did with the children.
Sir, you need to calm down now.
Can I use my occult knowledge to try and remember if there is something like this is a possession based on my experience?
Well, you haven't seen anything yet that has happened. Like, you decided to stay back. You didn't go into the maze, so you wouldn't know exactly what's going on yet in order for you to be able to link it.
Right, no, but I think it's acting crazy. So I'm like trying to see if this is just like regular craziness or there is something like a possession.
Well, for that you can roll psychology if you failed it before, but obviously you know that he seems, or psychoanalysis too. You know that he is very, very angry at the moment. He seems to be very, very not himself, and definitely he has a very menacing look on his face to the point that you can feel that your life is in danger at the moment.
Does he still have his
Yeah,
knife, his weapons?
I'm sorry, said that again?
Does he still have his weapons, his knife?
He has his knife in his hand, yes.
I think we all
did my-
should retreat. Back to the car.
Did my successful charm calm him down at all?
No. He's very, very upset, and he thinks that all of you are black hooded figures. So ultimately, the sheriff raises his hand.
Out of his psychotic break.
The sheriff raises his hand to attack. Let's see which one of you. 1 second.
I told you all should have left.
We probably should have.
4. So
I wanted to go back to Castleberger.
the new guy. He raises his hand to attack Rev, and at that moment that he raises his hand and takes a step, he gets shot in point blank by the deputies, and he just drops to the ground and just dies. The deputies say, oh my goodness, we have to take out the sheriff. That is very bad. Are you guys okay?
Yes, we're all right. It's just... I suppose we won't be needed here any longer.
This is no. You guys can go. By all means, we know that you guys are not guilty of anything. If anything else, please don't leave town, as we may need you.
Oh, there's no danger of that, my good man. There's entirely too much work to do here before we move on to the next town to open the next branch of Castleberger. Come, Mr. Spatula, let us return to our place of business. The seagulls have been too long without their master.
And ultimately, the deputies, they just grab the sheriff, and they just start grabbing everybody because they need to get the bodies out. All right. So where do you guys go?
Back to Castleberger.
Can we go
should we
anywhere
go-
else? Is there any other destination available?
Well, my flat's above it. We could go to my flat.
Okay. Yeah, you can have a place over there.
Or
Definitely.
apartment for Americans.
I'm sure all of you have your own individual houses over there in the town. By the way, the town is Louisburg, West Virginia.
Is there like a farmhouse where this maze is at, where the murderers took place?
Yes,
There-
that's a farmhouse that was owned by Tommy O'Leary.
I say we go investigate that.
I say maybe, Mr. Rev, we catch you up on a few things before we do that.
Well,
Okay.
no need to do that. If you scroll up on our Discord, there is a nice little video over there that you can watch later on, and it'll catch you up as to what happened with all this. Right now,
Yes,
all you need to know.
Got it. All right.
In
But
game, the
story-wise-
character needs to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, all you need to know is that the previous owner of the farm apparently went missing, and now the farm doesn't belong to him anymore. It just belongs to the city, I guess, and ultimately the city belongs to the guy that hired you guys last time. Maybe not your current characters, but your previous characters, and ultimately this guy that disappeared is up to no good, and up to no good like in a major kind of way, not necessarily up to no good like stealing or anything like that, and therefore now he seems to be missing, and apparently 12 children seem to be dead. About 9 deputies have died, and a sheriff is dead also on the same farm.
Wait, the
Mr. Bose,
farm.
should we go back to your residence, as you probably have the nicest one with the most informate books?
I don't live here. I just came to stay at a hotel.
Oh. My residence it is then.
Also, the farm belongs to the city. That's the most un-American thing I've ever heard.
Well, remember that what happened ultimately was that Tommy O'Leary went missing, and therefore, after a while, the city kind of repossessed the farm, and ultimately,
Yeah.
the owner of the town bought the farm. However, he donated it back to the city. So therefore, the city, the farm is like, it belongs to everybody in the city, and they use it to like provide the town with food and all that. Ultimately, all that stuff is not free, because first it goes to stores, or for example, the diner will buy stuff directly from the farm, and that way they keep it going, and they make sure that the town it's self-sufficient when it comes to food.
Diner? You dare to refer to Castle Burger as anything so crass as a mere diner?
Well, I was talking about the other diner
Oh, okay.
from.
The actual one with serves
Yeah, Castle Burger is not the only food joint in town.
Yes, yes. For
is-
the time being.
Are we back at the flat yet? The apartment?
Yep,
Yes.
you guys would have gotten in the car, drive to the apartment. What do you guys
Alright,
do? Over there?
I will offer everybody a drink to begin with. Who's taking one?
I'll take one.
I'll
Oh.
take
Same.
All right, so you go get a drink. You have your little
Everybody
bar.
has a drink.
Your little bar set right next to the window. You notice when you were pouring the alcoholic beverage and you look out, you notice how it's very, very strange, the fact that these clouds are still there. I mean, if you look up, you cannot see anything because of how dark it is. It's almost like a night without stars. Only that the night just looks very and extremely dark gray, like extremely dark gray.
Okay,
It
This
doesn't
sounds
look
like
natural,
something.
correct? It doesn't look like a natural.
okay, guys. So,
Oh,
what
roll a cold.
information
Yeah.
have we currently got? We've got the information that the policeman, Mr. Sheriff, decided to touch the black flame, and then he went nuts.
By the devil, you insist on obsessing about these mere trivialities. We have an establishment to run. Don't you understand? We're on the cusp of achieving greatness, of fulfilling my destiny. You're...
Can I roll cult about anything I know about Black Flames?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yay!
While he's doing that, I'm going to go.
Yeah,
Go
nice. Nice.
Okay,
Oh,
you obviously come up to the conclusion that that black flame is definitely not normal, and that therefore it has to be linked to something completely supernatural and possibly magical, and there is foul play at hand.
Okay. We also
Hey guys,
saw...
there's
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
something evil going on here, so everything that we thought is normal is clearly not.
Yeah.
Okay. We also saw that the house had lights on. Nobody lives in that house currently, as far as I know.
No.
Why don't we go?
No, the house was completely demolished because remember from the first campaign it
Oh.
got damaged. So they just demolished the
Well,
house. All that is left is the barn
BRB.
and
Where were the lights burning? Because you said there were lights.
where the
Yeah.
house was, they put just another barn now.
Okay.
So now there's
there's
just
lights
two
on the
barns.
barn.
So there's lights from the barn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say we go to the barn. The lights.
Should we do that in the morning where it's going to be a little less dark?
Yeah, probably. So.
Oh, is it evening already?
It's
Well, yeah, by
dark.
now it will be like at least 7, 8 o'clock at night. You guys will have spent quite a bit of time over there at the farm between everything that transpired, all the time that you guys that it took you guys to search, and then ultimately the time that it took the sheriff to go in, come back the way he did. You know, because obviously fighting 9 guys, it would have taken a minute.
I'm going to start cooking everybody some dinner. I'm a good cook, I'm just in a shit restaurant.
You look out the window as you're cooking, and you
How
notice
dare you!
about roll a 1d50.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
I have to roll a 1d50 after looking out the window, bud.
Oh,
12! Thank God.
All right. So you notice that there's about 12 black hooded figures walking on the main road, which your place will be, let's say, about a block away from the main road. But since your house is like high up, therefore you have a good view to the street.
My apartment's above Castleberger.
Okay, even
yeah,
better.
It's a second story.
Even better. So then Castleberger is right on the main road. You look and you notice that there is 12 black hooded figures carrying torches walking to the town on the town, and at that point the
I'll shout out to the guys. Tell them to look outside.
yeah, at that point when you look, you notice that there's another guy that uncovers his head. Go ahead and roll spot hidden.
Everybody, since everybody's looking now.
Yep.
Yay!
You identify him as Tommy O'Leary.
Oh, fair enough. I think Edward's the only one who would actually know what he looks like.
No, Godfrey wouldn't know. Oh! Whoa.
And
That's very loud feedback.
It sure is. And Tommy just says, "People from this town, it is time I get my revenge for what has been done to me, killing my precious and taking over my rightful farm and things. Be known that a great huge plague is coming this way." And when he does that, he raises his arms, and all of the other 12 figures raise their arms too. When they do that, they start chanting, and as they chant, some sort of tornado just comes and just goes through the whole town. Very, very strong. It destroys many things. The town is left in shambles. And when it passes, you notice that the clouds in the sky are gone, but now it's nighttime. And everything is just completely destroyed.
Wait, so are we not in town? We're above Castleburger.
Yep. You guys are still there.
So we just see the tornado destroying the town, correct?
Yep.
Out of the window.
I mean, does it just not hit us, or
It hits the whole town.
including us?
Yes.
Not us.
Including us.
Oh,
No! My precious restaurant! My beautiful castle burger! Damn you, O'Leary!
Wait,
Damn
hold on.
you!
How bad? How bad
Yeah,
does it
I
hit
was-
us? Like, it's a tornado.
Yeah, it's like tornado crushes the whole town. We're in the second
Spatula!
story of a building
Spatula!
that
You
gets
must
hit.
protect the
So
seagulls! The
Do we have time to
seagulls are the
escape?
lifeblood of our
We have time
business!
to escape while we see the tornado ravaging the city. Can we run downstairs and get in the car?
No, you
Yeah.
mustn't flee! You must help me! We must preserve the seagulls!
Alright, so the seagulls are gone. Castleburger is
No!
completely destroyed. The seagulls are pretty much dead inside of the store. The tornado was
No!
Mr. Godfrey, we will get more seagulls.
the
Please
tornado
calm
was
down.
was huge.
O'Leary, you
Do you guys
bastard!
stay inside of
him!
your flat or do you go outside?
Are the
did we
guys still out
survive?
there?
Is a real question.
I'm sorry.
He's murdered
Obviously.
my seagulls!
What did you
Mr.
ask
I
for?
Godfrey.
guess somehow we survived.
Calm down. What? How did I end up being a fucking babysitter? Mr. Godfrey, please calm down. That's a successful calm, though. You have to calm down. Or would it be persuade?
No, that's charm is to calm down. Persuade is to
Yeah.
And
have
a
somebody
veritable
change their
belly
mind
full
or
of your
talk them into
insolence,
something.
young man! It's bad enough that you've defiled my vision of Castleburger by insisting on cooking the burgers yourself.
Mr. Godfrey, it's enough, okay? Calm down. We will get more seagulls for you, okay?
Seagulls! The seagulls shall cook the burgers, don't you understand? They must cook the burgers!
Yes, yes, I'm here to train them, if you remember, Mr. Godfrey. They gotta learn.
So, do you guys stay in the flat or do you guys go outside of the flat?
Are the robed figures still outside?
No, they're gone.
Oh, should we get outside then?
All right.
Yeah.
As you walk outside, you see that
However,
Castleburger
we
now seems to be decorated with a bunch of cars parked inside of the business. All the seagulls are just dead. Everything else on the town is dead. There seems to be a cow walking among the middle of the road. However, when you pay close attention to this and go ahead and roll spot hidden again,
Alright.
you notice that the cow seems to have one leg that it looks almost like it's made out of a shell, almost like if it was a crab shell type, and it's got spikes.
Guys, I think we maybe should step back from that cow.
You also notice that there's a couple survivors too, that they end up coming out, and everybody's just in distress. No one knows exactly what's going on, besides the fact that Larry may have something to do with it. Also, at the same time, as you look, you notice that some of the people over there, their fingers seem to be showing the same symptoms as the cow's leg. Their fingers, some of them their arms, some of them their legs, some of them their head and face. Everything seems to be starting to be affected by
If
that.
I know anything like that.
Yeah, you can roll a call.
Nothing about it. I'm like, guys, I have no idea. All looks normal,
Dang.
natural. Everyone.
Maybe we should head back inside. This doesn't look friendly.
There seems to be a very strong wind outside. Also, some of the people that are outside are also going to be the rest of your fellow investigators that are gonna show. They are gonna join the group possibly on Thursday. So we're gonna go ahead and say that they join the group now, just for the purposes of you being able to make decisions without necessarily worrying as to where they're gonna be and how they're gonna be. They're just not gonna be main characters at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and say that they approach you for help, and you offer your help, and they're just gonna go with you. But what do you guys do right now? Hello?
Maybe we
So
should go
it's-
talk to those people. Those
I'm inconsolable,
More
so
local?
I'm gonna basically be dragged along by Spatula wherever he goes.
All right. So
Mr. Rev, you seem to know a lot about this type of situation, more than you probably should. So does our good friend Edward over here. Maybe you two should take lead on this. Hello, Woofer.
Well, I think we should go talk to that first, one of the locals closest to us, and try to be nice to them and ask them what happened. What is that little damage? Limb.
You want to talk to the people which are suddenly getting all spiky and shelly?
Well, I mean, how are they acting? Are they acting violently? Are they just standing there? Or...
no, everybody's just acting normal. Right now, they're just very worried about these changes that seem to be happening to them.
Can I go and call the Tommies just to tell them to come and pick up the supply?
What supply?
The supply which is kept secret underneath this restaurant.
Unfortunately, no, because all phones are down, including electricity and anything else. The tornado just destroyed the whole town.
I will tell the rest of the guys, phones down, guys.
So you will need to come up with smoke signals if you want to communicate with anybody.
Are the telegraph wires available?
So, what's the plan?
I'm gonna go talk to one of the nearest person with the spikes. And I want to use my psychology, try to...
We
Hold
must kill that villain, Tommy O'Leary. That fiend.
Psychology is just to check how they are reacting. Psychoanalysis is the one where you actually, what is it? Use psychological training.
Well, can I use...
Alright,
If
so
there's anything psychologically abnormal in how they're acting?
That you could do. Possibly. Make a...
what?
Use psychology to observe the people, see if they're acting in any suspicious way.
Well, no, that will be psychoanalysis. If you're going to talk to them or anything, you're analyzing them. Psychology is more trying to understand where they're coming from.
Okay. Well, somebody rolled good psychology.
All right.
There.
You know, but
That is my job.
but who are you rolling it to?
Some of the people nearby, seeing if any of them are a bit shifty.
You see that they are
Because of
all
the fight.
very concerned about this happening. They're very worried about all these physical changes that are happening. Some of them, their faces start changing, and these changes seem to be happening somewhat quickly. They seem to be turning into some sort of monster, to put it somehow. There's a guy that his face has started to change, and his face is starting to look like a crab.
What?
Yep.
Mr. Rev, do you know
I
anything
point
about
out that
I'm drawing blank here, guys.
Okay. Let's
roll cult.
I think he did. He failed, didn't he?
Oh, I didn't see.
Can we talk to one of those people? Can we just like ask them, hey, what's going on with your face? Why are you turning into a crab?
Technically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? I'll approach the people and say, hey, do you know what's happening to your body? Are you aware you're changing?
And says, I don't know, but since last night, this has started to happen, and apparently I'm not the only one, because as you can clearly see, everybody is just being affected by this, and I'm going to think that you haven't looked at yourself, because I am pretty sure that you are affected also. And when they say that, you can go ahead and roll. Let me see what I'm going to have you roll. Just a second.
Swim.
Let's see. No. Go ahead and roll your appearance. Everybody, roll your appearance.
Hey.
Sorry.
Appearance on the very
It's
top.
in the green section. The top
Okay.
section.
You just click on your start.
It's just...
Yay.
Ooh, very sexy.
Yeah.
Alright. So most of you notice that your facial complexions have not necessarily changed. However,
Should I have rolled appearance? Sorry, I was AFK
Yes.
for a second. Oh.
although you can clearly notice on Evan's face, Evan's starting to grow some of that shell stuff on his face. Some of you will notice that it's growing on your hands, on your legs. If you have touched yourself like on the leg accidentally, you will notice that there's something hard, almost as if you had something on your pockets, but then Then when if you stick your hand through your pants, you notice that that is part of your leg, and things are starting to change. And granted that you're not changing a lot yet, but you seem to be changing quite a bit.
A little.
Even with my extreme success, even I'm not.
You're not able to what?
I'm saying even I'm not immune, even though I've got extreme
Nope,
success. I'm
that's
shooting
not to
myself.
be immune.
Okay.
Everybody is
Okay,
definitely
guys.
affected by this 150%.
Should we head to that barn which had lights? Because I don't particularly want to turn into a crab.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Before we turn into seagull food.
Yeah, well, luckily the
Who's turning
seagulls
into
are
a
dead.
crab bite. Luckily, how dare you, spatula! Beginning to
Don't
think
sit
that
in the
you're
car. Don't sit in the car, Godfrey. Now.
one more of your interjections, spatula, and I shall be forced to reconsider your employment in this company.
Don't sit in the car.
Oh, very well.
Aye,
Okay, so we're driving to
Insolence.
yeah.
the
Barn.
barn.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
We're
Driving
gonna
to the barn
head
with the lights.
to the barn, where the house used to stand.
Hold on, what?
The barn where the
O'Leary farm.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
the
you're going
house
back to the
used
O'Leary
stand.
barn. All right. So you go to the O'Leary barn. The barn is complete. The barns, sorry, are completely destroyed to the ground. The tornado has done a number to them. You see that the corn maze is also completely destroyed. All the plants are just brought down. There's trees completely unrooted, and just everything is just like that around the town.
Can we spot hid in the barn to see if there's an underground to it, like a storm shelter or something, a basement?
Actually, yeah, you can. All right. You notice that in the barn, there's actually not necessarily a hidden area, but there seems to be some sort of cave entrance. There seems to be a dead tree that somehow has not been affected, and on the opposite side of the tree, which will be facing away from the farm, making it not necessarily be very easy to see by everybody, there seems to be an entrance to it.
I will grab my javelin, spear, and my knife, my cooking knives, and my machete,
Okay.
and go. I think that's probably where we look. Creepy, silly cave. Seems like a good place to hide out.
I'll follow Jake.
All right.
Mr. Bow, you coming?
Yeah.
Have you
I
got
guess
some,
I will try.
So we're
have you
gonna
got some
assume that
protection on you, Mr. Bow?
we're gonna assume
No.
that we're gonna assume that everybody
Who
starts going there.
Has everybody
Now
got
we
some
shall
sort of
take
weapon?
our revenge against these vile fiends who dared to stand betwixt me and my destiny. My
Before I follow,
seagulls shall be avenged.
Godfrey, I love you, but quiet time. We can't be found. Quiet
I
time.
have had quite enough of your insolence, young man.
Come
Can
on,
I
Godfrey.
before I follow? I'm sorry. Can I before I follow? Search through the rubble left after the hurricane, see if we can find a knife or something like that as a weapon.
I've got a spare knife. I'll just give you that.
Okay, even better. I'll take your knife.
I need a second.
I'm a chef. I'm always got knives.
All right, perfect. Thanks.
Godfrey, have you got your gun?
Of course, I have my gun.
That's good to hear. And Edward, have you got whatever you use?
I hide.
I did forget that.
Yeah, I
Well-
wasn't in the last fight, except for like doing the magic. Oh yeah, I did
You
magic.
dare to call yourself an employee of Castleberger?
Edward isn't an employee.
Oh, yeah.
And there is no more Castle Burger to speak of, anyways. Well done.
Dare you! Castleberger shall never die, so long as we who believe, so long as I am alive, Castleberger is alive.
All right, Mr. Godfrey, don't worry. The Tommies have got you sorted. We're gonna rebuild. Okay.
All
Yes,
right.
yes. Thank you, Spatula. Thank you, my dear friend.
So you go down there. I'm assuming
gonna
that
kill
all of you go down there, right?
Yeah, we're heading down. into
Yes,
the
yes.
cave.
You shall kill Tommy O'Leary, my dear friend, unless I kill him first.
All right.
Nothing shall stop us from seeing our dream come to fruition, my dear friend.
Godfrey, indoor voices. We don't need to tell them we're coming.
All right.
Yes,
So
yes, of course.
so you guys go in there along with. You will be going along with Dan's character, Red's character, and let me see who this is. Okay, so this is Paul's character. Hold on. Let me add your name to your character. Alright, so you guys
We need some light source there.
go in there. So what?
Some light source. Like it's in the dark. We need like some fire.
Well, that
There
is
was a-
Oh,
it
up
was
to
lit,
you guys
wasn't
if you brought some sort of light source or
Like a
A
flashlight. We have a flashlight.
it? Probably we have torches on us.
well, probably no. You didn't tell me you were bringing any, so unless you have them in your inventory, then no.
Can I make a makeshift torch, like a fire torch?
You can roll spot hidden, see if you can find items like that. All right, there you go. You find a stick long enough, and I'm gonna assume that you rip some of your clothing, and you wrap it around the stick.
I ripped some of Edward's clothing.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
and you make a torch.
I will hand it to whoever wants to be in the front.
Okay.
I shall lead the way.
Alright, Mr. Godfrey, here's the torch.
I will be second to last.
I will go in second. Gigi, you're last, I guess.
All right. So
So we shall take our revenge on these.
Well, technically the other characters are there too, so.
Oh.
so
Ne'er-do-wells.
Evan, you notice that the hard skin of yours starts itching. So you just can't resist the urge to start peeling it off. And when you peel it off, you notice that the inside of your skin seems to be very, very tender. And there's actually a piece of that was actually on your mouth. And when you peel it off, now there's a chunk of your lip missing. Go ahead and roll a 1d5, please.
All right.
Lower your appearance 1 point, please.
Like peep. Look like crabs, taste like peep.
And everybody else also roll a 1d5.
Where did this picture come from? I'm looking at the picture that I have as my avatar. I don't remember setting this as a.
I have no idea. I didn't put it there.
No, this is a different one. This is a different one from my the picture that I have. Like if you click on the Godfrey Castleberger character sheet, and then you like go to bio.
Oh, I don't know. But all of you will lower your appearance whatever amount of points you just roll.
How do you lower it?
You click on edit on the top right, and you deduct that out of your appearance. And go ahead and roll occult after that, those of you that want to.
I'm sorry. What do I click? Appearance to lower it?
Yep, you click on edit.
Hit points.
I don't have that option. I only have avatar name and people.
So no. Go to your character sheet.
Okay.
On your character sheet, once you have it open, then you will notice that there's a bar that says edit mode. Do you see it?
Wait, hold on. I see characters sheet, bio, and info.
Right. Under character sheet, on the black part, on the
edit mode.
Edit mode. Right. And so over there you will lower out of your appearance whatever you just rolled. So if it was a 1 or a 5 or whatever it was.
Appearance.
Yeah, appearance. Alright.
And then roll occult?
All of you can roll occult.
Ooh, yeah, my one coat is really gonna help.
Oh, right.
Occult. Very. 5. I forgot I had 5.
Alright. So when you
got it.
when you roll it, you start thinking about the fact that when you just remove that piece of hard skin out of your body, that you notice that the flesh that was attached to the opposite side of the hard skin seemed to have been rotten. And
Ooh.
therefore you come up with the idea that your body is pretty much just rotting out, and possibly starting to become what you would know as a zombie or as a ghast. And I can find you an image of what I'm talking about. Hold on.
You gonna tell us about this, GG, or keep it secret?
Right. A zombie crab. Crab zombie.
Okay, good to know.
Second. Okay, so here we go. It seems that slowly you guys are becoming something like this. You can look at it in Discord.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
So So, what's the plan down there?
Looking for clues, Scooby Gang in it.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's just keep on going down the cave, right?
All right. So, you guys keep going and eventually find a set of stairs. Do you guys go down the stairs?
Yes.
All right. At this point in time, you encounter an opening. Inside of this opening, you find. Let's see. Let's roll. Oh, actually, no. You find the 12 hooded guys along. Let's see. Jake, go ahead and roll a 1d5. Along one ghast that happens to be there, and it happens to. They seem to be having it as a sort of pet or a servant. They all seem to be mingling, and that seems to be like their headquarters at this moment. What would you guys like to do about this?
Alright, are we going to try and talk to them, or are we going to try and kill them?
I was thinking we were just going to listen.
We could start listening, but is anybody actually... If you were to rate yourself from 1 to 100 on listening ability, I'm only like, I don't know, a 20? Actually, no, I've got decent listening, I think.
Mine is only 20, but...
Maybe I
60.
Maybe
I
I
got
should
48.
burst out into the middle of them and demand to know where Tommy O'Leary is.
Oh, fucking hell, Godfrey.
My listening's at like 60.
I'm at 50, I should have put that.
Alright, so what's the plan?
But,
Let's all listen. Let's see how it goes.
okay.
Alright, yeah, I'll roll.
Oh. Ah.
Alright, so
I heard nothing. I can't hear it.
they are. So they are talking indeed. And they are saying how finally their master's plan is coming to reality. That soon reality will become permanently what it is now, and that everybody will be under their control, and that they should continue being immune to the effects and will be able to ultimately command the whole world.
Pretty evil shit, guys.
What is?
And you hear him say,
Alright,
as long
I'll
as
explain
as
what
long
we
as
mean.
our master is alive, the dream can still become true.
As long as the master is alive, my dream can never become true.
I'm gonna step out and try to talk to them and say, hey, any chance I could get that immunity as well? But
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well. So,
I'm gonna. Can I spend 10 luck on that?
Yes, yes.
So
yeah,
it's the past.
yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 10 luck.
Yeah, it's only 10.
Yeah, it's whether spending 10 luck or having a brain aneurysm. So, yeah, it's a great idea. All right.
Charm.
So, Paul, you just jumped out of the shadows with a big smile on your face, and you start talking. And when you start talking, you notice how all the hooded creatures, they turn around to look at you. And what is it that you say?
Any chance I could get some immunity as well?
And they you know, they're just confused. And eventually they say, "Oh my God, they found us!"
Hey, it's only me here. I just, I saw a cave. I thought I'd come in. I've got nothing against you guys. For whatever reason you wanted to do this, I just do not want to turn into whatever I'm turning into. I would like some of that immunity.
At that point, let's see. The ghasts look at you and starts heading towards you.
Okay.
So you have about one more turn before the ghast is on you, and they don't seem to be doing anything whatsoever to stop them.
Is there any chance of talking down a ghast? I do not know.
No. The ghast is sort of a zombie.
Okay. Right. Can I spear him?
Yes, you can, but with what? Because you had a torch.
My javelin. I'm carrying knives and a javelin.
You carrying a javelin?
Yeah, Godfrey.
Yeah, he said he was.
Okay.
I did say.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
he
All right.
did
Fair
say-
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So go ahead and roll your javelin. All right. You stab him for 5. All right.
Can I dodge?
Of course you can. Yeah. All right. And does the rest of the group want to do anything else? Mind you that everyone else does not necessarily know yet that you're there, because you guys haven't popped out yet. Only Paul's character has popped out.
I guess I will. Actually, how many of them are there?
There's 12 plus the ghast.
I don't know. I mean, if I die, then Castleberger dies with me. But on the other hand, these guys are in league with Tommy O'Leary.
Also,
Is there
Tommy
anything
Thatcher
laying
dies.
around? Is there anything
You've
laying
got your
around?
funding.
Yeah, that's true.
Roll spot
You have a
hidden.
knife, Gigi. I gave you a knife.
No, but I want to see if there's something else. Like,
Oh, okay.
we have old items on the ground, like anything significant.
Um,
Or no?
okay. So
Thank you, Godfrey.
Evan open fire, and at that point, I'm assuming that you're shooting the ghast.
Yeah.
Okay. So at that point, everybody else caught wind that now there's more people. So everyone else started moving around, and they took cover. And that is okay. All right. So Evan, Paul, you just took your turn. Jake, do you want to take a turn?
I am going to stay hidden and heal if anybody needs it.
Okay.
Because I am not I can do squat right now.
Okay. And what about? Okay. And Rev, you said that you want to search for something.
Yeah. Is there any occult items on the ground?
Occult? No, not occult.
Anything.
But if you
What is there
roll
on the
spot
ground?
hidden,
Weapons.
roll spot hidden,
Roll what?
spot hidden.
Okay.
All right, you find an old knife that you have no idea how long it's been laying over there, but you find
I
a
already
knife.
have a knife as well, so I can just give you one. Already.
You just used your turn just to find another knife.
Yep. So, Gask.
So I guess I do brawl. I join the fight.
Well, no. Yeah, you can't because that was your turn. Now you gotta wait till your next turn. All right. So.
Aren't there other investigators with us?
Yeah. What about
Well, yeah.
Conrad and that?
Okay, that's fine. Hold on.
And then I forgot. Did they get affected by appearance too?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. But let's take care of this first. So Evan, let's. Hopefully he's using this guy. Combat.
It's Conrad, Evan, and Arthur Doom, which are the two.
All right. So Evan Dan takes care of the gas. Gas is dead.
Oh my god.
Yay!
All right.
Check for red. Red. Let's see what red has. A massive ability to fail.
Wait, why is his 45 semi-automatic under brawl?
I don't know. I just clicked it.
Perhaps switch it to handguns?
Let me change that.
I'm sorry, I just noticed that. It was just.
Yeah. It's like, bro.
Is he trying to pistol whip with it?
There.
Yeah.
11.
He's using it as a bat.
All right. He takes one of the cultists. All right. So now let's go with the cultists. Just a second.
I'm gonna be dodging for days.
Okay, there we go.
Question: if I get a knife in the other hand from the spear, can I dual wield and attack with both each turn?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Alright, so 1. So Evan. And then we're gonna roll 1d2.
Guys, let's hope I survive my first combat. I always fucking die in these.
2. Actually, I gotta roll that first again, so it's a 6, not a 4. If we're gonna use the other characters, so that's a 2. So that is Jake. And then, so we said 2, and then out of the 2, 2. Alright, so what is this? Okay.
Is our doctor about to get fucked up?
Jake, go ahead and roll your power.
What?
Alright, thank you. First custom.
Wow.
So 1d5.
That is so unfortunate because your character is so powerful.
4.
Yeah.
Okay, and then...
Luckily, I don't really have any weapons. So, if I'm like trying to fight somebody, you're fine.
So, GG, go ahead and roll your power. So mind controlled. And so now
Oh, great, that's both people with psychoanalysis.
4.
Actually, he didn't have psychoanalysis,
Ah.
but he did have a
3.
bolt.
That'll be 1, 2.
Do I have it?
So Dan.
I do not. I have psychology, but not
And
psychoanalysis.
we're gonna go with 1d2. Okay. And let me pull Dan's sheet. So he
Dan's a powerful one.
can roll power.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
And then
So I'm trying to think. Dan's got a bit of fight in him.
2, so that'll be
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold on, Paul. Okay. No, you don't have to roll your power actually.
Oh,
Because he's actually going to attack you. He's not going to.
oh great! I'm getting attacked instead. You sure it's my power? Like I defended myself mentally.
Go ahead and roll dodge.
Dodge.
Alright. 2. So Paul again. And 2.
Another
Again,
physical
you're
attack.
gonna need to roll dodge.
Yay!
Nice.
I really hope I manage to upgrade dodge because this character's just flipping about.
Paul
This guy's
again.
better than.
Oh,
Oh, for fuck's sake!
how many of these things are there?
2.
12.
Okay, 2.
Oh shit.
Now you get
Can
to
I
roll
use
your
that
power.
Can I use my previous power roll that you
Nope.
told me to? That. Damn it.
Yay!
You know, touch wood. This
Damn,
is the
those are
first character
better
I've
rolls than me.
ever had good
So
rolls.
this will be a
on.
Red's character. 2. Okay, Red.
You rolled better than I did on power.
Oh, alright.
Dang, Red has high power too.
Yeah, he's also the talker. Like, he's a better talker than my character.
1.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he's
Evan.
Confident as shit.
So what is
His charm is
D4?
off the
What is
chart.
D4 and D2? What are they?
D4 is the
It's a goal.
whoever. D4 is
The-
whoever is left without being attacked or being controlled at the moment that is able to be attacked. And D2 is what type of ability the enemy will use, whether a physical attack or a spell. And we said, okay, combat. Evan, don't worry about it. All right, so Evan, go ahead and take your turn.
Who?
Evan.
Evan.
Alright, well, I'm going to shoot again.
Ooh.
Whoa! Ho, ho,
Oh,
ho,
It's
ho.
a broken gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the moment that you start shooting, you manage to. Oh, and the 98, man, that 98 is gonna hurt you. All right, so Evan, go ahead and
100 is the
roll.
malfunction, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can malfunction in many ways. Evan, go ahead and roll a 1, 2, 3, a 1d4. Thank you. All right. So, at this point in time, you were shooting. The gun gets jammed. Because the gun gets jammed, you hit it against your hand to try to unjam it. And the moment that you hit it, the bullet just pulls out. And when it pulls out, it goes towards Tommy. So, Tommy, go ahead and roll your dodge, please.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Should I spend, what would that
It would be
be?
9.
10,
9.
9 luck.
Yes, you sure can.
for dodge?
You can. All right.
I need to find a way to get
And
better at luck.
so Jake, go ahead and roll. Jake, go ahead and roll a 1d4, please, for me.
Okay.
3. So go ahead and attack. Take your attack turn.
Let's see.
Yeah, but
And then can I try to get out of mind control?
in the next turn.
Okay.
Go ahead and I need the damage from that.
That's a failure.
Oh, it's a fail.
Oh, okay, never mind. You're right. You're right. Sorry.
How would I roll damage for?
Hold on. So then, who's next? So that was Jake. All right. So Paul, you go ahead and take your turn.
Okay, so I'm currently dual wielding the knife and spear, the javelin, and you said I can use both in one
Yep.
turn.
You
So
can.
I will strike with my spear first at one of the guys. Still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll stab him.
Okay. All right. Very well. And then GG, go ahead and take your turn. Actually, you're mind controlled. So GG, go ahead and roll a 1d4. Very well. So 4. So that'll be in your case since you're attacking. You're attacking yourself. So go ahead and do your attacking. Whatever it is you do. I guess it'll be self-inflicted.
Roll.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You got a knife, so it'd be under brawl.
You missed.
Still good, right?
Doesn't matter.
You missed. You missed.
Yeah, you failed at attacking yourself.
No, so it seems it's good, right? I didn't hurt myself.
Nope, you didn't hurt
Yes.
yourself. All right. And we're going to stop right here because it's already 9 o'clock.